It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll get a look at this team's leader at quarterback. He's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one. And it comes your way next.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his third year in the league.
You just hope throughout your career, Mike, that you're not on the wrong end of too many games like last week. So many games in the NFL come down to one score. They're very close. And every once in a while, they're multiple score games where you just can't seem to keep it close. They've got to do a better job keeping pace early, get off to a faster start. They want to have a chance. Come the fourth quarter, if this thing's within one score, they're going to feel a lot more comfortable this time around than where they were last week.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's complete to the rookie from Texas A&M.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
Mike, when we have a chance to talk to this quarterback's teammates, the word they always use is perfectionist, and it's pretty easy to see why. When we had a chance to sit down with him the other day, one thing was very clear. He was not happy about having that blemish.
His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
The home team's offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. And things starting to take shape here. 3 weeks left of the regular season. Teams making that final push for postseason berths. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And that one is snuffed out. Gonna lose yardage. Back to the 3. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll stick with him again. And he gets him out of danger and then some. Up past the 20-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw. This one intercepted. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
We had a chance to talk to the defensive coordinator the other day, and remember what he told us, Mike? He said, we know how talented this young rookie quarterback is. He can make all the throws. We've seen him do it in college. But it's a different animal now doing this in the NFL. We think we can make him force some bad throws and make some bad decisions, and so far here in the first half, that's exactly what they've done.
The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They start with outstanding field position, trying to get the first points of this game. It'll be 1st and 10. Now they are in business, inside the 15-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. They'll turn and hand this one off. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line. 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Extra point attempt still to come. He gets it to go, and his guys will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. A peek at his receiving numbers from a week ago, part of the offensive performance that led them to victory. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Up the middle they go. And he's going to be about a yard short of the 1st, getting it up to the 36. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. Oh, he coughs up the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
He'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Putting the tight end in motion. He'll drop to throw. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
When we had a chance to sit down with the quarterback this week in practice, he preached the importance of that I have to do a better job protecting the ball. Well, so far here early, it doesn't seem like that's been the case. He's been a little reckless here in the opening quarter, and he's going to have to clean that up throughout the rest of this game.
He'll try and get there on the ground. Now a timeout for injury. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line.
To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Chicago. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do the guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are in the back line of the end zone. And tell you what, this is about as good as it gets. Come down with the ball, 2 feet in bounds, touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line, and that's where the offense will take the field. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Thrown quickly, that's more on the RPO. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And that's going to be enough to move the chains. 1st down, up past the 35.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8. Throwing now from the gun. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Now a timeout for injury. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's the punter now, as he's on here to punt this one away. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already just in this first quarter of play. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. All even on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. So 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
They get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
Watch the pursuit by this defensive end. The quarterback tries to escape the pocket, but he just keeps on chasing him, and he closes that ground in a hurry and brings him down for a big sack. You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They bring a tight end in motion left. Quick throw here is complete. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
They'll throw here on 3rd, and now a loose football. The defense has got it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not?
That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
All right, Mike, at this point, am I allowed to call timeout? Because I would love to talk to both of these offenses. Listen, guys, ball security. Protecting the ball is the #1 rule in football. You got one side losing it on a fumble, the other side gives it right back with a pick. I mean, come on, guys. As an offensive guy, I want to see big plays. I want to see long drives, touchdowns, not a game of hot potato bouncing the ball back and forth.
So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. He's got it at the 3. And he'll be taken down.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly.
This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Touchdown, Chicago. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays.
And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. This one complete right side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now, faking the give. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. They gain 18 yards on that one. 1st down, Chicago.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Now a give up the middle. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Now he takes off. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. He is in. Touchdown, Chicago. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So now this team's offense ready to take over once again. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Offense.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll look to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That pickup good for 29 yards.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. They'll look to throw again. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to the air one more time. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Now a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Now return coming from the 7. He's to midfield. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
And not only a heck of a return, but it changes a little bit of the coach's strategy. You're thinking he's just going to sit on this score. He's willing to take it into the locker room for the half. All of a sudden now you get a big return, you got a short field, and this offense has a chance to steal some points here before halftime.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll go right and find his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Throwing now from the gun. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. He's got it at the 7, and he's going to be taken down. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this 1st half. They'll look to throw yet again. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Try it again here from the 7-yard line, 2nd down and goal. He'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
He'll drop to throw. He'll look deep, left sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a...
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. On third down, they'll set up to throw. The throw on the run is complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. I'll give on the ground. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Putting the tight end in motion. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live the play.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
This offense and their running back heading back on the field. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is first and 10. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Has a touchdown. That his second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game under pressure all game long. The secondary feasting on his passes. A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A 1st down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Moore going in motion. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And that didn't fool anyone. They'll chase him down behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
And he'll take this past the 30, a gain of 6, mark it at the 31. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. And that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
This team's offense ready to see what they can do. And as we look back at some of the highlights of this one, Greg, definitely a lot to show from the passing game.
Yeah, and as good as the offense feels about their passing game, I think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got a lot of learning to do because you just get burned time and time again. You'd think at some point you'd make an adjustment and make a correction. So at this point, they've given up 4 touchdown passes. You're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL giving up that production in one phase of the game.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get this close to the first down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. Blitz coming, he'll throw it, and that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line. Here's a 3rd down and 4. That's caught, left side, it's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll put a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, they'll try to get it on the ground. They get 18 on that one, and that will be a first down.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
That's into traffic, but taken in. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. To the ground, a first down run. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season.
Here we go.
They'll run on 2nd down. And they'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in for the touchdown. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The extra point, up and good. And his guys will cut the deficit to 7. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This fielded at about the 9. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Fighting off tacklers, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. They get 22 yards there. 1st down, Chicago.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything.
Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Tight end going in motion here. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. Taking off, he'll try to get there. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
This is the point in the game, Mike, where on 3rd down, you have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the 1st down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Now they'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. He's down inside the 10. A gain of 4. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They send the tight end in motion. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. They'll turn and hand this one off. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And a good job rallying to the football. Hold him just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Back to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Let's go now.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. That one knocked away and incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. He'll go right and find his running back. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll look to throw yet again. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. So now, a big spot coming here. This to get back to a 1-possession game. And this one online, and it is good. And they are indeed back within one score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. There's that man again, another catch. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And that is going to be good enough. He's got that first down. So conversion, and they move it to the 46-yard line. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up. They'll try to get this one on the ground. So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This to make it a 2-possession lead. This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. This is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down. He'll look to throw. going up top. And that is incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. Here's first down. They'll look to throw again. That's into the hands of Moore. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win for our visitors. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the second time this year. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.